About a month ago, I submitted a monologue to the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. I am still living in Illinois, so you can imagine that didn't go as like I would have maybe hoped. Although I had no delusions about me getting hired by them. It was just one of those things I had to try, or I would kind of hate myself even more for not doing. So what I would like to do is to do that monologue. It's from the beginning of last month. So a lot of the references are very dated, but I still think some of the jokes are funny. So we'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, that's fine. You probably aren't subscribed to this anyway. President Trump today visited Walter Reed Medical Center. This time, he was wearing a mask. I wanted to say, Mr. President, with all sincerity, that this is a great step to encourage people to help protect their family and neighbors. So congratulations on doing the bare minimum. Speaking of doing less than the minimum, the political consultant and steampunk villain Roger Stone, he had a sentence commuted today by his bestest, most presidentialist friend, Donald Trump, before even serving a day in jail. The action, announced late Friday, was met with swift responses from across the political spectrum. Nancy Pelosi said in a statement that legislation was required. Mitt Romney called this unprecedented historical corruption, and Lindsey Graham called it justified. Many agree that the font was printed on the commutation order page. In part of his statement, the president blasted the conviction, which he characterized as part of an illegal witch hunt. It's an illegal witch hunt, which led to some people calling for legalized witch hunts. The president's defenders, like Jonathan Turley, writing for The Hill, were quick to note that this is a commutation, not a pardon, and that Stone would remain a convicted felon, which could prove an obstacle if he were ever to apply at Hot Topic at the mall. That's not far off. The motivation for the president might not be clear-cut corruption like it seems. Roger Stone is 67 years old, which means at the end of the sentence he'll be 71, which may seem old and put him in danger of dying in prison, but he is still younger than anyone running for president on a major ticket. But it's not all good news for Trump fans and felons this week. The president was forced to cancel a rally in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, citing concerns about Tropical Storm Faye. In what some are considering irony, the storm hit west of New Hampshire before stalling out north of Vermont. On Saturday in Portsmouth, it was 80 degrees. Speaking of storm front, Tucker Carlson's in the news, but not because of what he's been saying, but what his head writer and man who looks like just how you think he would, Blake Neff, has been saying. For 4 years, Neff has been posting homophobic, racist, and sexist comments all over the internet, almost all of which will not be acceptable to say on network TV. His pseudonym was Charles VII, who is also the celibate king of Sweden. And I'm sure that photo and that name are purely coincidental. Now, Neff is a writer for Tucker Carlson, so therefore he has a spot rent-free in Donald Trump's psyche, and he knows it. Neff claimed in an interview with Dartmouth magazine, a magazine for either people who seek to spit darts out of their mouth or the college. He said that anything that comes out of Tucker's mouth was drafted by him. While that is a claim I don't think I would want to make for myself, you have to acknowledge there is a little impact there. Tucker might be a trifle evil, but he knows how to do one thing, and this I'll give him: he can read from a teleprompter. It's not as easy as it looks. I sometimes have a hard time myself. As I said before, I do not wish to quote him exactly, but Neff was also found cyber-stalking and harassing women. Maybe naming yourself after the voluntarily celibate Charles VII is a little bit of a reach. Speaking of people who play too many video games, a copy of the classic Nintendo Entertainment System game Super Mario Bros. Fetched $144,000 at auction. That's a lot of one-ups. Additionally, during the auction, Super Mario Bros. 3 was sold for $38,000. It's unknown why Super Mario Bros. 2 was ignored and Princess Toadstool was unavailable for comment. The original Mario game was released in 1985 and has been re-released and remade throughout the years, but I guess some people will never get tired of blowing dust out of cartridges. We've got a great show for you tonight. I'm here because that's all I got. Anyway, I hope that was enjoyable. I'm just really happy I got to do it, to submit. I mean, that may sound cliche, but it's something that I really have looked forward to for a long time, to be able to do, to write this stuff. And even if it's bad, which I can't make that call because I'm too close to it. It's just something I never thought I would be able to do. And those of you who know struggles of being trans or being depressed or both or other such things, you understand that sometimes you take yourself out of the things that you like to do before you even try. So I guess, Steve, thanks, even if you never saw it or read it or this either. It still means something.